One more European match that I want to go over today. And we're back in London. And this is NXT TakeOver London. Only the second TakeOver event to happen outside of Full Sail University. Now this happens in December of 2015. Little side note, there was a 7-night tour of the UK, of which this was night 7. I personally went to night 5, which was a live event in Nottingham. A really, really fun time. It wasn't full, it was maybe like half full, maybe 3,000-4,000 people in the arena. But the atmosphere was tremendous and the action was really, really great. So it was good to be a part of that, and then to see this live a couple of nights later on the network was a lot of fun. Now the event itself was pretty successful, it has to be said. Over 10,000 people in the crowd, which for an NXT show, bear in mind this is developmental, was pretty impressive. And for the purpose of this episode, we're going to be talking about the main event. But leading up to that, we had Asuka taking on Emma. We had the NXT Tag Team Champions Dash and Dawson, who would later become the Mechanics, who would later become the Revival, and are now better known as Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler FTR, who you can see on AEW television. They took on the team of Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, or Big Cass, as he was also known, and retained the titles. Baron Corbin defeated Apollo Crews. NXT Women's Champion Bayley defeated Nia Jax. And then we got to the main event, which was the NXT Champion Finn Balor defending against Samoa Joe. Now we start with a nice video package highlighting the events leading up to this. They've been friends for over 10 years, and that friendship has been destroyed because Joe wants the gold. But, Finn said, you could have just asked, but it's too late for that now. This is a feud, and it's personal. Joe comes out first, and then the lights dim, and we hear a heartbeat sound as the music starts to play up. Finn has brought the Demon to London. Now, the alter ego of Finn Balor, the Demon, is really a sight to behold. This is inspired by Jack the Ripper as he makes his entrance with the body paint and the outfit. And before the bell even rings, the crowd are chanting, "This is awesome." And it really is awesome at this stage. Really, really good. It's a big fight feel. They do the big introductions. There's dual chants. The crowd is on fire for this. We had a bit of a slow start, quite a cagey open. Balor with a kick, drop kick, and then a baseball slide to the outside. Joe replies with a uranagi on the floor, and then back in the ring. Gets some jabs in the corner. Huge chop, running elbow, and a kick. They're trading forearms. Joe cuts Finn off with the elbow. And then combo of chop, kick, and knee. Joe is really in control at this stage. Then he hits a few face wash kicks in the corner. Big boot, but misses the senton. Joe chops Finn to the floor, and then a huge flying forearm goes running through the ropes. Hits the flying forearm on the floor, rolls him back in, but only a 2 count. Then hits one of his trademark combinations, which is really cool to see for a man of this size. Hits the powerbomb. When that only garners a 2 count, he rolls that into a Boston Crab, and then to crank the pressure even more, he converts that into a crossface. Finn's trying to counter, but Joe cranks on his other arm. It's this really, really good struggle going on. But Finn just about gets his big toe on the bottom rope, so that it forces the break. Then fires back with a desperation DDT, both men are down. Finn starts to fight back, hits the flying forearm, 2 running chops in the corner. Enziguri sends Joe to the floor, and then a beautiful swan, as it's called, a swan dive over the top rope to a big reaction. I guess would it be called a tope suicida these days? I can't remember. He dives, he flips, it looks pretty cool. Proper wrestling nerds will know that's called. I get confused because there's too many move names these days and I'm getting old. Back in the ring, Finn goes to the top, hits the double stomp to the back of Joe, but only a 2 count. Hits a spinning kick, a sling blade, but misses the drop kick in the corner. Joe fires back with a senton and goes for the muscle buster. Finn counters with a Pele kick, and they're both down again. We get some more back and forth before Joe finally gets in the coquina clutch. It's got to be all over now. But Finn manages to roll through, double stomp. The Demon rises, hits the sling blade, 3 corner drop kicks, goes to the top for the coup de grace. Joe counters for a moment, but eventually Finn overpowers him, sends him to the mat, jumps off the top with the coup de grace double stomp, for the 3 count. This was an excellent match. I think it went about 20 minutes or so. Really, really good. One of the better, I mean, NXT takeovers delivered every time, but this was one of the better main events for that time period. I absolutely loved it, and I've given this one 8 out of 10.